general election. At the meeting of IPAC on the 15th of October, we indicated that this presentation would be made to you at the end of the first week of November. However, with the help of God, we've been able to do that 2 days before the 8th, which signifies the end of the first week of November. Ladies and gentlemen, following the re-exhibition of the revised Provisional Voters Register, the Commission received a total of 158 issues from registered voters across the country. I'm pleased to note that all the issues have been resolved, and as we speak, we have no further issues regarding the final voters register for the 2024 general election. As you may recall, at that meeting, we provided the political parties with a template on which to report any issues they had with the revised Provisional Voters Register. I'm again pleased to inform you and the good people of Ghana that no political party presented any issues regarding the register for resolution. I'm pleased to note that we now have a robust and credible final certified voters register, which is fit to deliver a credible, transparent, fair, peaceful, and glorious election come the 7th of December 2024. We could not have come this far without the help of God, and we like to thank the Almighty God for bringing us thus far. We certainly could not have made it without Him. On behalf of the Electoral Commission, I'd like to thank all our staff, our head office team, particularly the electoral services team, the IT teams, the administration teams, the HR teams, all our teams, the finance team. I see my head of finance looking at my face, so I have to mention him. As well as our regional directorates, our district officials and teams in the districts, and our field staff, namely our returning officers and their deputies, as well as our technicians. Your zeal and your hard work have contributed to the credible and robust final voters register we have today. I echo to all our teams here in the head office and nationwide. I'd like to also thank you as stakeholders, that is the political parties and representatives of presidential candidates for the 2024 election, as well as the good people of Ghana for believing in us. Your support, your help, your advice have contributed to the credible register that we have before us today. I use this opportunity to assure you of the Commission's commitment to conducting free, fair, transparent, glorious, and peaceful elections come the 7th of December 2024, God being our helper. May God bless all of you. May God bless the political parties. May God bless the presidential candidates of the 2024 general election. May God bless the Electoral Commission of Ghana. And may God bless the 2024 elections and all the processes. And may God bless our homeland Ghana, our one and only nation. And I call it God's beloved nation, and make her great and strong. And now, in the exercise of my duty as chairperson of the Electoral Commission of Ghana, and in fulfillment of Regulation 27 of CI 91, as amended by CI 126, I hereby declare the 2024 final voters register as duly certified. It is finished. I present you with the copy of the final certified voters register for the 2024 election. Thank you very much. paper that we are going to sign.
And by roll call, we invite the rest of the political parties.
You should have put it on the table.
Come forward, one after the other.
It's better for him to. Are there names on it?
Well,
yeah. He has to come. He should go ahead and ask. Any comments on the voters' register? I think parties were provided an opportunity and provided with a template on which to send any reports to the Commission. In that respect, if you have any comments on it, please send it. I think we were giving the time to do so. And as I mentioned, no political party presented any comments. So if you have any further comments, you can write to the Commission if it is on the voters' register. Thank you. Go on. Thank you. Go on.
You will start with.
no, that's not why we're
I think you see, go on.
No, what we are here is what we are doing.
So we will start.
So you allow him to finish.
You go according to the parties that they are listed on the ballot paper. So LDP will come first. LDP.
Do it a bit neat. Neating it. They want to neat. Can they take these things away?
Please, you can turn them off.
LDP.
Come in, please.
Yes. Please sign this document for your name. Sign it. Yes, sign it. It's what
Take them all away. Oh, don't do it over my head. Don't do it over my head.
GDUM, boom. Boom. LPG, Liberal Party of Ghana. NDP. NDP. CPP. Please get ready. CPP. NDC. NDC. National Democratic Congress. We can't pick a document that we don't know the summary of that. Give me a document, I don't know the summary. APC. 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 Mr. Kofi Quantin, a rep for Mr. Kofi Quantin. Thank you very much. Mr. George, a rep for Mr. George Chu, very bad. Thank you very much. Nana Kwame, rep for Nana Kwame Vidiafo. rep for Mr. Alan, produce your announcement. So that brings us to the end of the distribution. The remaining parties, they come to the office for their copies. Thank you. Is PPP here? Yes. Is PNC here? Okay, PPP, please stand. PNC, United One Ghana, Action People's Party, APP, the Action Alliance Party, APP, NDC, but who are now for it? I don't commit myself to a document. All right. Let's do it. Don't bring that in here. Talk about LDC. Don't talk about LDC. This is LDC. So it's been doing this kind of thing. We can do it outside, but what is it? What kind of thing? As I will Thank you, Mr. Satikisi. I would like to introduce Dr. Yao Bori to take us through what's something. Good afternoon, everyone. Yes, so each political party has been given an external drive, and I'll walk you through the contents of that external drive. It's quite similar to the drives that we've been giving you previously, and it contains all the voter register together with the lists. So namely, the name reference list, the register itself, the photo register itself that contains the photos of all the eligible voters. Then there's a list for those who are on the exceptions list. There's another list for the multiples list, the people who have done multiple registration. And we have the ASIN data list. This is the list of all people who have transferred from a particular polling station. So each polling station from which people have transferred from, we will proxy list. The proxy list are people who are registered to undertake proxy voting. And finally, for those who have, who for one reason or the other, that was previously mentioned, that we classified them initially as missing or have corrupt biometrics, we have a manual verification list for them. So for each polling station, you have a maximum of 5 lists. Not every polling station will have them. So there's the main reference list. There's the voter register, which has the photograph of the voters. You have an exceptions list. You will have you have a proxy list and a list for manual verification. And I'd like to reiterate that the manual verification who we classified as missing. Remember, these were people who, for one reason or the other, they registered, we have a valid voter ID card, we have a valid Form 1A and Form 1C. But because of errors in transmission, we were not able to capture them in the database, but we've made provision for them to vote. And there's a little number that had corrupt biometrics and therefore could not be on the biometric register. And so they will find on your manual verification list. So this external drive that you have has all the list for every polling station in the country. And the way it is structured into regions. So you have a region, and then under the region, you will have constituencies. And under the constituencies, you will have all the polling stations that fall under the constituencies. They are arranged in alphabetical order based on polling station. So it's easy for you to track. And that is the structure of the PDF files that you have for the voter register for all 16 regions and for all the constituencies that we have available. For each constituency as well, you will find special polling stations also in those constituencies, and that contains the list of the individuals who will be taking special voting December 2nd. No, sorry, 2nd December. 2nd December. So those, you have the special polling register for them as well for all the constituencies that we have in the country. So in summary, that is what you have on the list that is available. A summary of all the lists broken down on regional basis will be made available to all political parties. That contains the statistics for all the eligible voters arranged on regional basis, and then also split into gender. And then there are a few other categories that you see in there. For instance, those who are coming in for first-time voters, you have the summary of the exceptions list broken down by regional basis, and for all the other lists that are there. You also find a list for all those who are going to undertake manual verification as well as those who had corrupt biometrics, and therefore they will be doing their manual verification. So it's all nicely done on a tape, which will be given to every political party, signed by the official confirm that these are the final figures, and hard copies will be given. So in summary, that's what we had.
Thank you, Dr. Yao, for repeating.
Thank you. What we are taking is the satisfied register. But it appears you are holding on to some of the information. Because now you want to what because it appears it's incomplete. Because the statistics without the statistics, what you expect us to? Because the statistics that we are talking, we thought by now, like the other time, when we were given the provisional register, Madam ran us through, and you took a start, told us this is the total registered voters for the country. These are the people for the regions and all that. And then you even gave us the breakdown on all these things before we were given the provisional register and went away. Today we are just people to take a provisional register. These informations are not available. So how are we going to talk about the register? And so that we said that we need that information. You think should have been the first thing. That should be the preamble, after which we can now go further and pick the register. That's what we're just asking, not that we're just stepping up.
That will be given to you, but before you get it, you put on the website the WhatsApp platform that you have. I do not believe that we should belabor the point. You know, we should not. I think you've been giving a summary of the lists that appear on the hard drive, and the statistics is simply what we will be giving to you. I do not believe that we should continue back and forth. That would be made available, and I think that has been said to you, that it will be made available, the details of all the lists and plus the statistics as well. So I believe that we should move forward, and within an hour or so, that would be put. I think we wanted to do it in writing, so within an hour, that will be made available. Thank you.
The computer. Sure. Consultation was already one stage.
Yes, sir. Okay. Yes. Can I go now? All right. So good evening. Now when we were given by what's your name? No. Martin presentation. Dr. Foley. So in a roadside English, what you give to us now is list and not a summary. If we open, it means that these are what we are going to see. I believe that when you are giving, and this one I'm speaking because he's an IT, when you are giving a register to somebody, so that we do not hear in the media the noise and all of that, it is appropriate that you give us that total voters register, this is the number. Transfer, this is the number. So that when we go and we open and we have issues, we can raise it. Now, when I go and you send me, Jerry, this is a proper administration. When we go and we have issues, you will notice that is what will bring about the noise. But when we are all here and we agree to it, and it will reduce the noise.
Let me ask you.
Yes, ma'am.
What is the difference between receiving that list verbally and receiving that list as you walk out of the door, a hard copy of that list? Because you cannot dispute it.
The difference is that
open this up to check.
The difference is that we could have been given this without the cameras. So once we are being given this in camera, at least whatever that is being contained here should be known to the whole nation in camera. So that when he goes and he's making noise, or A goes and he's making noise, Ghanaians know that indeed it is just noise making. This would reduce the whole Buhaha EC party trust that it would help us. So let us do it. It is good for the image of the Electoral Commission, and it's good to bring about the peace that we all want.
Thank you very much. Madam, I have been touched, and I was touched by the opening prayer by the Reverend Minister. Madam Chair, when you opened the meeting, you said it is finished. John 19:30. For us as New Patriotic Party, we looked at the CI 91 as amended. Revelation 27:4. And I read, the Commission shall make available a certified copy of the register to the registered political parties, i.e. New Patriotic Party, and any other person that the Commission considers necessary, i.e. independent candidate, not later than 21 days after the register has been certified. We have received this, and we hope that from the last engagement, which was 15th of October, the revised register was 80,772,251. My issue is I don't know the margin as we have on this final certified register. So I'm happy that we are going to be giving a copy of the summary you have, so that if there are any concern, you raise it with you, even though this is supposed to be the certified register. The New Patriotic Party, I must say, is committed to peace before, during, and after the December 7th elections. If you have any concern, we'll reach out to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, so I think at this point IT would come and present us with the list. So let's have it.